Hello my beautiful viewers on my channel, James Higgins Open World. What I've got for you now is a review of the Outer Limits Time Travel Infinity collection, which I've just purchased. It's a Region 1 DVD, so you would need a Region 1 DVD or a multi-region DVD player, or if you've got, just one second, if you've got an external DVD drive or two DVD drives in your computer, you can turn that into a multi-region. Just put a Region 1 disc in and it will give you 5 chances to change the region. What have you? I've got like 4 external DVD drives, Region 1, Blu-ray as well, and that. So right, I'll give you what it is. Outer Limits Trap Infinity. A stitch in time. Fingerprints from a murder committed 50 years ago match those of a controversial brain research Amanda Plummer. But she has the perfect alibi. She was only in kindergarten at the time when an FBI agent discovers the astonishing truth. Will he past and present collide? Well, that's quite a brutal episode, that one. The next one is called Tribunal, right? An attorney obsessed with his father's treatment in a concentration camp has finally discovered his identity of the Nazi responsible for his imprisonment, but without proper evidence or a direct link to the past, will he be able to bring this homicidal man to justice in the present? Well, that's my favourite episode of this, to be perfectly honest with you. It's one of the reasons I got it. Basically, he meets a guy who's, spoiler alert, he meets a guy who in the future is a member of his family from the future, and he takes him back to the concentration camp. And the guy who he thinks is the guard who murdered all these people in the concentration camp, they make him put a thingy on, what do you call it, concentration camp thing of the Jews, and take him back there, and his younger self shoots himself. Doesn't realise, obviously, but so that's my favourite episode. Gettysburg is another great episode about these two guys who travel back to Gettysburg, and an attorney obsessed with his father's treatment in a... No, that's not one. Two friends reenact the Battle of Gettysburg, unwittingly find themselves transported back in time and take prisoners by a deranged Confederate colonel, Meatloaf it is, who might not only endanger their future, but the future of the country as well. And that's another good episode. A history man can't believe he's part of a time travel team until they send her back to a crucial history. But will she alter history by trying to change the traumatic past or prove her worthiness by making the ultimate sacrifice? That's another good one. Deja Vu is another good one. A history major can't believe that she's been recruited as part of a time travel team until they send her back to a crucial turning point in her life. But will she alter history by trying to change her traumatic past or prove her worthiness by making the ultimate sacrifice? Deja Vu. Dr. Matt Crest, Kevin Nealon, is in charge of a military experiment, transportation test animals through time, but when something goes terribly wrong and events begin to repeat themselves, Crest is the only one who can stop it before time itself runs out for good. Well, he's basically stuck in a time loop, and he's trying to sort it, what have you. Now, the next one I've just finished watching is Patient Zero. A deadly plague will wipe out civilization unless Beckett, Michael Brooker, can go back in time and find the person who started the outbreak to prevent the epidemic. It is a shot in the dark, or can he contain the virus before it spreads throughout the world? Well, that's a bit poetic, that one, isn't it? It's like the bloody pandemic, isn't it, that one? But I've just watched it. It's a good episode, and they do stop it in this episode. So there you go. There's them. There's that. That's what you get. And the disc is on both sides. You find that with American ones on both. You have to turn the disc over. You find that with some American. What do I think of it? If you love time travel, it's the one to get. Off the charts. Favourite episode, Tribunal. No two ways about it. Second favourite, Gettysburg. What have you. Third favourite, Deja Vu. Yep. So, that's that. So you should get yourself a copy. I managed to get it cheaper because someone was selling it. So, I think I paid about 5 or 6 quid for it. But I have seen it 20, 30 quid for these. But I managed to get it cheaper because it was a pre-owned one. So, there you go. And I've just watched them all, so they're all okay. But you need a region one to play it, right? Right. I've always been intrigued though with the Outer Limits and Twilight Zone as well. I've got all the original Twilight Zone, which I'm working through, and eventually I'll do a review of it on this channel, James Higgins Open World. But I've decided, you're going to see the intro to it right in a minute. I've decided to do a pilot for a show that will be like the Outer Limits of Twilight Zone here on my channel. It's going to be called Emergence of Mysteries. And in a second you will see the intro to it. It's got a nice little intro to it, which will be coming out in January, at some point in the first month of next year, January. So look out for that. It's a pilot. Now, if you want when it comes out, if you want the second episode, you'll have to get them views up there if you want a second episode. Because I'm not doing a second episode unless it gets a load of views. Just not doing it. Because I'll be having a paranormal special next year. I've already done 5 paranormal shows. If you check in the community tab, the links to the first of them are all there. So check them out. And there's 3 Christmas ghost story videos there. Check them out. There's also a Halloween story one that I did as well in there. This is a great channel and it's only going to get better, but it can only get bigger and bigger if you guys start telling people about my channel, James Higgins Open World, the channel of the future, what have you. If you want this channel to grow and grow and grow, you need to start telling people about this channel, James Higgins Open World, the channel of the future, right here, right now. It's the channel Bob Mortimer watches. So watch this channel. Right, stay tuned for the intro for Emergence of Mysteries right now.
Like and subscribe.